IIT JAM 2026 का गर्मा गर्म पेपर से एंड दिस इज सोशल वेलफेयर फंक्शन बेस्ड क्वेश्चन हमारे सामने है। तो सवाल कुछ ऐसा है, कंसिडर सोशल वेलफेयर फंक्शन डिफाइंड एज SWF दिया हुआ है, यूटिलिटी फंक्शन इज आल्सो गिवन एंड देयर आर m people in the society, identify each of the following is correct. Option 1 is SWF is equal to summation of I equal to 1 to m ui, it is referred to as the utilitarian function. Option 2 is John Rawls proposition SWF equal to max of this. Option 3, since SWF reflects the value judgments, interpersonal comparisons can also made on scientific groups, ठीक है? And option 4 is SDF is this. Okay, so in this case let's proceed. Let's just understand this thing, this hodgepodge thing. What is this? So step 1, what is the social welfare function is all about? What is this thing? So first of all, it is a normative structure. Okay, so this social welfare is a normative structure and it's a value judgment based and also not purely scientific. So these are the independent for it will be reused it later on. Option 1 is SWF equal to summation of beauty. This is correct one because the Bentham's classical utilitarianism says that W equal to U1 plus U2 dot 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 UM. Okay, so it is maximizes the total utility. So this is the standard utilitarian SWF, social welfare function. Option 2, John Rawls proposes SWF. This is incorrect. Actually, John Rawls proposed that SWF is equal to W of not max, this is he proposed as minimum. Okay, so he focuses on the maximization of utility of the worst of individual. Okay, so worst of individual, so not the maximization of utility. So the statement reverses the Rawls, so this is wrong. Next, since the SWF reflects the value judgments, interpersonal comparisons can be made on scientific grounds. This is also incorrect because SWF involves what, you know, what ethical value judgment को involve करता है. Okay, so in that way, normative and not scientifically measurable and based on the empirical or ethical assumptions. Okay, and number 4, Jeremy Bentham's and John Stuart Mill propose SWF. So this is so they propose this is incorrect because classical utilitarianism actually assumes equal weight and they have given unequal weight, so suddenly this falls in. So Bentham utilitarianism is, this is nothing but summation of UI maximizes total happiness. Okay, Rawls says W equal to minimization of the words of the people. Weighted utilitarianism is W equal to WI UI. Okay, so this is the basic conceptual part of this question. Answer to this is A. So in the next one we will be proceeding to this Taylor rule used by the central banks mainly. So what is this Taylor rule? Taylor rule is actually given by John Taylor in 1993. It is actually a systematic way for the set the policy interest rate. The basic form is I equal to R plus pi plus A pi minus pi and Y minus Y star. Okay, so this is the real R star is actually the real neutral rate. Okay, pi is the inflation rate, this is the target inflation, and Y minus YS is the output gap. Okay, these are very important. So interest rate is responding to two types of gaps. One is the inflation gap and second one is the output gap. So the economically, if inflation rises above target, so this is pi greater than pi star. Okay, so what happens? Central bank raises the interest rate will rise, IR will rise. If the output is above the potential, that is overheating, the central bank raises the interest rate again. And if the recession is like negative about the gap, the central bank lowers the interest rate. So this is the systematic monetary stabilization. So now let's talk about the options here. So exchange rate plus inflation gap. Option 1 is exchange rate plus inflation gap. This is incorrect because the Taylor rule doesn't directly talk about or target the exchange rate. Second one is the forecast future. So forecast growth is not, because the policy is a reaction function, not a forecasting. It's a reaction function, means what is happening and after that what you're doing. So this is also not correct. the set of nominal interest rate based on the inflation gap and output gap. This is correct because this matches the formula exactly. And to set the exchange rate based on the inflation gap and output gap. So this is also not a forecasting model. This is a we can say a reaction model. So this is also wrong in this case. So the Keynesian model in this case, Taylor rule embedded structure in this case. So always is the expected inflation is greater than 1, and this is the Taylor's principle, that is the ensuring macro stability to set the economy in a proper way.